I'm Father Chris Collins from the Wisconsin province. I currently live at Creighton University in Omaha.
Father Pidel from the New Orleans province. I'm currently in Miami.
I'm Father Brian Dunkle of the New York province, and I am at the University of Notre Dame.
Well, I think as for every World Youth Day, it's always a sign of renewal and hope for the entire church, for the global church. That's that's the most striking thing about any of these World Youth Days is the universality of the church, and in a unique way, the joy that comes with the youth from every corner of the world coming together to celebrate a common faith and a common belief and a common hope for the future. I don't know if Father Aaron has something to say there.
I would just like to point out something interesting about the Pope's intentions for this month. In the Apostleship of Prayer, all Christians are invited to pray with the Pope and with his intentions. And this month there are two. The one is for the World Youth Day, and then the second one is for Western Christians in general. And that second one is what's known as the missionary intention, typically. So I think that suggests that on the Pope's heart is a desire to have a missionary presence here in Western Europe, a missionary presence in Spain, which once used to be so observant and so strong in the faith and seems to have fallen away. In some past reflections, the Pope once said that youth is a treasure. And I think what he means by that is that there's a certain credibility that youth have because of the potential in their life, because of all the options open to them. And I think by bringing so many young people for whom the faith is still so vital and still so much the center of their life here, what he's done is he's shown that the faith itself is an option. The faith itself is a treasure. The faith itself continues to be hopeful, viable, and ever new. And I think this is basically the intention of the Holy Father in having World Youth Days in general and having it here in particular in Spain.
You want to say a few words?
Sure. He's carrying on, Pope Benedict is, this tradition introduced by Pope John Paul II, Blessed Pope John Paul II. And one of the striking images of World Youth Day is always the sight of this very old Pope with this mass of young people and the capacity that this man who would seem so irrelevant has to reach such a broad and youthful and vibrant audience. It's striking because that image also captures one of the essences of the Church itself, which is its apostolicity. You know, the Pope, even being old, somehow figures this tradition that he passes on, this succession he passes on as the Vicar of Christ, as the successor of Peter. And so all these images we see of these vast crowds and these huge masses and these receptions like the one we'll see tonight really do image the essence of our church, ever ancient, ever new.